Hello, good morning. Welcome to another sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get things done around the house. I am fixing some of my nails. I have my gel manicure set here and I am just going to give my nails like a little buff. I just got some new colors from Amazon on Prime Day and really like these like holographic ones that I got. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see these nails, but they're like a pink. And I think the set, I have it here, came with, what is it, like 6 colors? Let's see. Yeah, 6 different colors. And so there's more of a holographic-y white color, a few different shades of pink / purples, one that's a little bit more blue. Ooh, speaking of Amazon, they're delivering right now as we speak. I'm losing track of the steps that I'm doing. But I have been really enjoying doing my own gel manicures at home. So I am just gonna touch these up. My mom does hers at home too. It does a way better job than I do. Hers lasts so much longer. Like when she does them on my nails, they last so much longer. She says the key to it is giving it like a little bit of a buff. And then I've tried a few different things. I'm using this bonder right now. I have something else that I probably should have used. Let's see, I have this 2-in-1 dehydrator and cleansing wipe. So I use this sometimes too. I do use these like UV gloves because I think it's probably not great to be exposing your hand to UV light without any sort of protection. And I would think that over time, like it just can't be good for you. So I try to limit how often I'm doing it. And when I do try and use these gloves, but I just can't get mine to stay on as long as when I go to the salon or as long as when my mom does it, who's clearly figured out the trick. I just can't replicate it, but still it lasts way longer than a regular manicure. And I can link, you know, the new colors that I got as well as some of the other things that I use if you are interested in doing a gel manicure at home. It's really not difficult. And I love the fact that when we are done, I can just get up and go on with my day. I don't have to wait for it to dry, which is absolutely lovely. I am gonna start, I think, in my office once we're done with this. I have like some label orders. I'll show you in just a second. I have papers everywhere. I should also probably sit down and make a to-do list because I don't even know what is on the to-do list. There's a load of laundry that is in the dryer right now that also needs to be folded, so that's for sure on the list. But basically, we're gonna see how much we can get done in a day, like I always do, and I would love for you to sit back and hang out and listen while I chat away, or maybe get up and get some stuff done as well. But let's get going. I have been working on some of these label orders, like I said. Oh my gosh, this office is a mess. I kind of want to finish the label orders before I start cleaning up too much. I was also doing some iron-on stuff, so I have a stack of iron-on material. I don't even know what it's called. That I can put away. 1 second. And then I also need to cut out some black labels. I keep like scrap vinyl paper in here just so I can use it to its fullest. I know the piece that I'm going to print is pretty small here. Where's my little... See, this is why it is not a good idea to have a really messy workspace, because you can't find what you're looking for. I've added this little like station back there to have all of my orders that I'm working on fulfilling, which has been very, very helpful, because I've just been adding listings and doing a lot more label orders, so it's a great way to keep track of everything. And I have been trying to, if you've been following along with my scheduling, I've been trying to batch a lot of things that I'm doing in my life in general, but my label orders, I'm trying to only do them like 3 times a week, and other orders for my website, because again, I still have like glass and silicone spray bottles. I still have a few microfiber cloths yet. Those are running really, really low. So if you are interested in microfiber cloths, if you've bought them before and you want to get a few more, I would grab those before they're gone, because I think once they're gone, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to restock them. We'll kind of see. Those glass whiteboards, I love doing my to-do list on those. Like you just saw, I got my to-do list done on that, and just trying to, like I said, batch things and work on getting orders out 3 times a week, because usually that will fit my turnaround time and keep me on top of things without having too many orders pile up on top of themselves. So I'm going to get these labels done. There's some really fun ones in here. It looks like somebody has like definitely some sort of a pantry project. There's snacks and rice, and let's see, this says popcorn. There's some labels for kids, people that have been working on projects and they're like 2nd or 3rd time customers, which is kind of fun to keep working with people. But I'm gonna get those labels done, and then we'll finish cleaning up this side of the office. Once I finished up my label orders, then I'm going to head into the kitchen and clean up the kitchen before we make today's recipe. The kitchen was a little bit messy with random things all over. We had some stuff on the floor there. I had Owen's backpack still from yesterday that I hadn't put away after school. I had my backpack that I took to the gym with me, some of our shoes, my water bottle from the gym, and a bunch of other random things on the countertop, like I said. So I want to clean those off, put everything away in its proper home, and try and get that picked up. I just feel like this space gets really cluttered and has such an impact on the way the house feels overall. So when this space is messy and I walk into the front door or walk down the staircase from our room, from being upstairs, because the stairs come out right into our kitchen, it is just instant stress when this area is messy. So this is a recipe I've made a million times. This is nothing earth-shattering. A lot of times I like to make really unique recipes, but today we're making plain and simple banana bread, but I'm sharing my favorite banana bread recipe. I pulled out my recipe binder and was thinking about making a new banana bread that I've never made before. I was tempted to start to make some pumpkin banana bread, but I feel like we might be a little bit too early. I know on YouTube, people start decorating really early and start baking recipes really early. Hold on, I'm gonna stick the butter in the microwave. And I have a couple of banana bread recipes. I have a pumpkin Nutella swirl bread recipe. Also the perfect pumpkin bread. I don't think that's anything to do with banana bread. Actually, neither of them are banana breads. They're both just pumpkin breads. I don't know what I was thinking, but I have some bananas that are going bad, so I wanted to do something with banana. And I am gonna hold off on the pumpkin, but I still feel like I'll probably decorate kind of soon. What do we feel about that? Do you like the early fall inspiration? Do you want to see that like the beginning of September? Is that too early? Let me know, because I'm really excited for fall. I'm still definitely enjoying summer a lot. I'm not trying to rush the seasons, but I do love fall. My birthday's in October. I look forward to that. I'm really excited for both boys to enjoy Halloween, and we gotta think about Halloween costumes and stuff. Again, I know we have lots of time, but trying to hold off on the fall season a little bit. So I'm going to make this banana bread. I will link it in the description box if you're interested in the recipe. Again, I know it's not earth-shattering to make banana bread, but that is what I wanted to quickly make. My husband, Jim, and Owen have both been asking for, there's somebody out in my yard. What in the world? I have no idea who that is, what they're doing back there. We have like a pretty private backyard area. It's not fenced in or anything, but there's also nobody really behind us, so that is very strange that there's somebody back there. There's this plant that I have right outside the window, and it kind of blows, and whenever I'm in the kitchen cooking, I always kind of look out of the corner of my eye because I think there's somebody there, but it's just a plant. But there is seriously some guy there walking around. We have like a power box back there, so it might be something like that if he's working on it, but looks like he's just on his phone. Well, kind of just roaming around. I don't think we had anybody coming to do work. Very, very strange. Okay, so all I've done is sugar and butter and eggs, it says. Okay, then we gotta get vanilla in there. And then I'm gonna add in the dry ingredients. I feel like I should mention that this recipe does not call for chocolate chips. It says walnuts, and I just go equal parts in replacing the walnuts with chocolate chips. So if you do make this recipe and you're like, okay, I didn't even see chocolate chips, she forgot to do the nuts, that's what's happening there. And I think part of the secret to this is the sour cream, but I replace it with Greek yogurt, because I always have, Greek yogurt. I've clearly been a mess. Did you see me dropping bananas everywhere? I always have Greek yogurt on hand, never really have sour cream, and I'm not gonna buy sour cream. It's not an overly healthy recipe, but hey, Greek yogurt is probably a little bit better than sour cream. This thing's supposed to balance, but it's Maybe a little too top heavy right now, so that's not working. And then I'm just gonna spray this with avocado oil that just ran out. I don't even think I have any extra, so let me check. I do not. I'm gonna do a little, how many of this have? A little coconut oil. And then I'm just gonna, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. I think I'm just gonna use my finger, honestly. I don't know. This is probably not the best tactic. I've tried to switch over a lot of my cooking sprays to healthier cooking oils, anti-inflammatory oils. Like I don't really want to use canola oil in our cooking anymore. So I've moved to a lot of avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil, of course. I don't know, that seems greased enough to me. And I already have the oven preheating at 350 degrees, and it says that this needs to cook for 60 minutes. I love making banana breads and muffins because they are so incredibly easy. Makes people so happy to have a little treat. The only downside to like a banana bread is that it just takes a really long time. Most recipes take at least an hour, 50 minutes maybe. But I've seen plenty of banana bread recipes that are like an hour and 15 minutes. So it takes a little bit of time there. Using my finger again, cooking just for my family here. So I feel like it doesn't matter. You could easily sprinkle more chocolate chips on top, or I shared a recipe a while back. I did like a tahini banana bread, and with that banana bread, they put open slices of banana on top. Honestly, maybe I should do that again. I really like that. What the heck? We might as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna slice. I think they did it like cut side up like that. Maybe I shouldn't have picked such a curved banana. Okay, it's not gonna look pretty, but again, I'm making it for my family. Doesn't matter. We'll see how this turns out with randomly throwing a banana on top. I'm hoping it turns out just still great, but we will see when it rises what happens. I'm gonna stick this in the oven for an hour. Owen got this new garbage truck that came with a dumpster on it as well as 3 garbage cans. It has like a trash, a recycling, and maybe a compost or something like that. And it actually comes with little pieces of garbage. It's very, very cute. So he has been really loving playing with that. Oh, okay. I have half folded laundry here that I have not put away. I grabbed myself a Poppy. I got them from, ooh, you know what? Good test for these slippers. I don't know if you can see, there's a bunch of black fuzzies. I think these are probably something that are not going to work. So I might return those to Nordstrom. But I grabbed a Poppy, that's what I was saying. The lemon lime flavor. This is something I shared in my Costco haul. I like Poppies. This tastes like drinking a 7-Up or a Sprite almost. It's pretty good actually. And I've never had that flavor before. So I am just going to separate out the laundry. I never sit on this bed while I'm doing this, but I don't know why I don't. There were a couple of things I threw in this load that were not just regular lights. I had some things from the kids. Usually I separate out all of our laundry, but I do keep a separate bin in the laundry room of things that have stains on them. It's mostly kids stuff. And we'll stain treat it, then I'll send it through the wash, and sometimes it'll still have a stain on it and I'll send it through again. So a couple of these things I sent through for a second time. I always try and cut out the tags in kids' clothing, but sometimes I forget. So clearly that's one outfit I forgot about. Both those things are Henry's. But kind of as we're doing today's video, I would love to hear from you how you like today's style of video. I've just been chatting a little bit more than I usually do. Sometimes I'll check in and like talk directly to you. Other times I just will record the day, record everything I'm doing, and then do a voiceover. So I would love to hear what you prefer, if you kind of like the combo. I feel like when I do this type of style, I am far less succinct than I am if I do a voiceover when I have a little bit of time to think about it. Okay, this t-shirt has gone through the wash so many times. And I do things like this, very distracted. But this t-shirt has gone through the wash so many times. It's just one of those Hanes white t-shirts, and it has stains all over it. I might try one more time and soak it this time and see what happens, but that white t-shirt may be a lost cause. I have been doing a lot of DIY projects for the kids for school because they do so many theme days. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that. And I really like to participate in the theme days. Not that long ago, the kids did color wars, and Owen's class was green, and Henry's class was both yellow/orange. So I was trying to get them to wear their team colors every day, and they got points for wearing colors. They also got points if I shared on Instagram, which I also did on my personal Instagram. And we packed food that matched the color, and one of the directors of the school actually pulled me aside and stopped me and said how much they appreciated how the boys participated, because obviously they know that daycare kids or, you know, preschoolers are not the ones picking out their outfits and dressing themselves or going out and purchasing the items or packing lunches. So I think they were really appreciative that we participated and had a lot of fun with it. I don't know, I feel like those were some of the things I really looked forward to with having kids, was, you know, doing little things, going above and beyond. I love to craft, I love to cook, and some of those things just make kids so happy and excited when you go that little extra mile. And it doesn't have to be all out or anything crazy, but I don't know, I think Owen had a lot of fun with it. Obviously Henry had no clue what was going on. I don't think Owen knew that it was a school competition, because I went to the event where they did the closing ceremonies and they were announcing which team won, and he very clearly did not know that there was a winning team. They awarded some sort of award to every team to say, you know, this classroom had the most spirit, or this classroom had the best outfits or something throughout the week. But one team actually won the points competition, and Owen's class ended up winning. And they said his class only won by 1 point, which could have been the difference between one piece of food packed in a lunchbox or one Instagram post or one thing like that. So I'd like to think my efforts made a difference. Not that they actually won anything, it's just like bragging rights. But his teachers seemed really excited because I know they put a lot of effort into that week. Okay, I am going to stop chatting your ear off about basically nothing and finish folding all of this laundry. Well, this is a great life lesson to follow the recipe, because I don't know what happened to this. I truly think the bananas on top just absolutely messed up the recipe. I did put foil on it near the end because it was starting to get really browned. You can see that some of it overflowed a little bit, so I had to put a little baking pan under there. It's now kind of cooled off a little bit. I just find this so funny and ironic because somebody left a great comment on one of my previous Sophisticated Saturdays and said, you know, can you share the after a little bit more of whatever I cooked, which is a really great point that, you know, I want to showcase whatever I cook or bake and let you see the final after. And the final after of this is an absolute baking fail. I'm gonna try and get it out of here, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not very hopeful. I am not very hopeful, so I'm gonna tip the camera down so you can see, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be raw in the middle, overcooked on spots. We'll see. Okay, so I am meal planning. I was just typing on my computer there for a little bit. I haven't used this board in a while because I've been making like little infographics and sharing them on social media and stuff with what my meal plan is, but I love having this on display for my family. I think that's a really practical use for it and just to meal plan that way so we know, and also I don't have to then go look at my old stories or something like that to see what our actual meal plan is. I can see it. And then I don't even know, I have this giant, look how gross this is, giant pile of recipes. Some of them I've made, so I need to start to put them into my recipe template and add them to my recipe binder and get rid of these gross pieces of paper. And a few of them I kind of pulled out to see if I'd want to make them. And I'm just going to meal plan based on what I have. One of the things I have is I just got some fresh mozzarella, so I know I'm gonna do pizza night. And the other thing is I have some pesto that I got, so I'm gonna do pizza night 2 ways. So we're gonna do pesto and a red sauce. And then I have some pizza dough that I made in advance and froze. So that night is gonna be so easy to make dinner. So I can use that whenever I want an easy dinner. And then I screwed up the other night and made a salmon recipe that I was really excited to make. It turned out great, but I pulled out frozen salmon from the freezer when I had bought this beautiful salmon and it's sitting in the fridge. So I think I kind of want to do, it's a lot of salmon, but I want to do those like, I just Googled it, viral TikTok baked salmon sushi cups, something like that. Or there's baked chipotle salmon sushi cup. I don't know, some sort of sushi cup, something with the salmon. So I'm just gonna write salmon sushi. Maybe I'll do like a sushi bowl or something. I don't know if it's gonna be a cup or a bowl, we'll see. And then I also have a bunch of frozen brats / hot dogs. So we might do hot dogs. I'm doing such easy meals. I should make something a little bit more complicated. And then I gotta find a side dish for it. But I'm just gonna sit here and meal plan for a little bit. And while I do this, I am also going to use my computer here. I do grocery pickup orders a lot. So I am going to, when I pick something like pizza night, I wanna make sure I get some tomatoes and probably some pepperoni and get all those things on my grocery list. So I'm gonna work on that. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I am going to make this quick, unplanned fruit salad. I just got off the phone with some friends that we have. They also have 2 kids. They're each a year older than each of our kids. So Owen is 2.5 and Henry is 7 months old. and they have a 1.5-year-old and a 3.5-year-old, and we hang out with them a fair amount. And you know, I had plans for dinner, and they're definitely less of planners than we are, which is totally fine. But they called and asked if we wanted to come over and have dinner. And I love having friends like this where it's just like, here's what we have in the fridge, here's what you have in the fridge, let's try and make dinner. Maybe one person has to go to the grocery store, which I think they're actually gonna do that, which is very nice of them, and they're having us over. I think next time it's probably our turn. But I have a bunch of different fruits, again, from that same Costco haul. So I am going to make like a quick little fruit salad. I think, I already took the sticker off of this, but I think it was like hamu or something? Hami, I don't know. Some sort of interesting melon. I did sneak a little bite of it. The description I found online said that it's kind of like, has the crunchiness of a cucumber, but a mix of a honeydew and a cantaloupe. And I kind of think that's a pretty accurate description. I think I like it. I don't know if I'd run out to buy it again, but I don't dislike it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in there. I also got some plums. I'm gonna toss in a good bit of blueberries there. And then since we all have young kids, I'm going to grab the handy dandy little blueberry cutter, not blueberry cutter, grape cutter. And I'm gonna toss in some green grapes and some red grapes. It's crazy how fast a fruit salad gets really big. It just gets out of hand very, very quickly. When you have like, oh, a little bit of this, one of these fruits, one of that fruit, but whatever we don't eat, I'll just take it home and we will eat the rest of it. I think they have meat that they thawed out, so they're gonna do like burgers and some brats or something. I have some leftover hamburger buns and hot dog buns. Or actually, I have ciabatta rolls, which they said to bring, and hamburger or hot dog buns. That kind of got stuck there. So I'm bringing that over. And then I also had, this is so funny, one head of romaine lettuce and some random spinach. So I'm tossing that together with a couple avocados and bringing that to make a salad. And I think they're also getting potatoes and stuff for dessert. So I don't know, somehow we made a dinner between the two of us, and that'll be kind of fun. So we're gonna do that a little bit later here once the kids get up from their nap. We do really early dinners. I think they usually do dinners a little bit later than we do, but they said come over as early as like 5 or whenever we're ready. So I am going to get this fruit salad done. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. This was really fun chatting as I worked through all of my to-do lists, both planned and unplanned things. I would love if you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, especially if you like these sophisticated Saturday videos. I do them pretty much every Saturday. I've played around with the cadence in the past, but right now it's about every Saturday. So with that, I will let you go. I'm gonna finish this up, and until next time, I will see you all later.